Yo, what's up guys, how's it doing? Today I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of an update on my channel and different things going on in my life. Now last time I made a video like this it was back in September, so quite a while ago, and I do actually enjoy making videos like this where I just talk to the camera or the microphone, depending on what I'm doing. And in this video I'm going to be focusing on school again. As you all know, school is pretty important. I'm in year 11, so for those of you who don't know what year 11 means, in the UK that means you sit pretty much all of your exams, and these are pretty important exams. You don't want to mess them up, obviously. And I'm going to have to be working quite hard for that starting now until pretty much June and May when I sit them. Now that's probably not going to be a huge problem because I think I'm still going to be able to balance YouTube with school and other things like going gym and different things like that. So I don't think that's going to be a huge issue, but I did want to let you guys know about it. If uploads start slowing down, that's why. Now you guys might have noticed I've been pretty much putting out one upload a week consistently, sometimes even more. That's not going to stop. I can't see that stopping for a while because one upload a week isn't honestly too much to ask for, just considering the process and different things like that. I've become really good with time management, production and things like that. I've just been getting things done quicker and to a higher standard. Now it just comes out of working harder, honestly. So I'm able to do that, and I think that's really good. So one thing I forgot to touch on, which is why you can't see my face here, I'm actually recording it after I finished recording the video, but it's the videos I'm making because I have so many plans, so many videos coming at you guys. I've got my OnePlus 3T review, which is an amazing phone, spoiler alert, that's easily going to get a 10 out of 10, and just a bunch of other videos like that, so that's definitely not going to be lacking. But yeah, we've got a Q&A coming up, so I hope you guys enjoy that, and future me is out for now. Peace. Now in the past couple of videos I asked you guys about questions that you might want to have answered for this update video, and because of that we're going to be running a bit of a Q&A session, so let me just... Alright, so I pulled up these questions. I'm not going to spend too long on them because I have other things to talk about, but one of the first questions we have here from a school friend of mine, when will the potato review come out? So if you guys don't know, I made a brick review a couple weeks ago now. That video was awesome. It should be viral by now, but obviously something is wrong with YouTube's algorithms. That's going to happen soon, but yeah, potato review. I'm not going to say anything, but it might be coming soon. Definitely stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe and bell button. That's a key point of this video. You want to hit that bell button for my channel. Hitting the bell button, if you don't already know, you get a notification over there, notification squad, and yeah, you just kind of get you get to my videos fast, and that way it doesn't miss your sub box. It's nice. But yeah, potato review maybe coming soon. Alright, so next up, this is a pretty good question. Do you prefer Mac over Windows PC in general or not? And for a one-word answer, yes, I prefer Macs over Windows. That's not one word. But yeah, I prefer Macs over Windows, but it's a lot more complicated than that, because considering what I do now, it's mainly just YouTube, school, and some other small things like, as I said, going gym, and maybe getting back into the whole YouTube network industry. More on that later, I can't really talk about it for now, but because of that, Mac is better for me. Now I could have just gone for another laptop because really I just like it because of the portability. I can move around, I can be in my bedroom or in the living room or just different things like that. With my PC, I have to sit right here and I become really lazy. So obviously that's not a good thing, and also it's great for video editing. So yeah, for my needs, a Mac is better for me. I've stopped playing video games. As you can see, the PC isn't even on anymore. I haven't switched it on in a long time, so I've even considered selling it, getting some extra money to maybe buy smartphones and things like that for review. But yeah, that's where I stand right now. Windows is still great. I'm going to be putting out a lot more custom build PCs, which I'm going to touch on later in this Q&A. So next up, we've got, when is the Q&A coming out? Alright, so hope that answers it for you. That was as awkward as it was for you to watch, as it was for me to film. That's so weird, my English is wrong. So moving on, Enrique asked a really good question. How did you get into making YouTube videos, and how did you learn to edit? So I got into making YouTube videos in the gaming scene of things with Woody's Gamertag. He basically inspired me to start up and different things like that. It was to help people, as cheesy as that might sound. And how did I learn to edit? So this was just through different YouTube tutorials. I looked at how to do certain things, and then it was a bit of practice just for figuring things out. That was for Sony Vegas though. For Final Cut Pro, I have to admit it was a little bit easier at the beginning because I already knew the core principles of video editing, but The software itself is obviously a lot more sort of complex, and considering the complex things I do now compared to Sony Vegas, it was a bit more of a learning curve, but really just watch YouTube videos and that's all you really need to do. So from Audit Gola Films, he's a really good friend of mine. Do you see yourself doing different content in the future, or will you stick to tech videos? So this is again a really good question, because it's hard for me to answer, and to be honest, I don't think I'm going to stick to tech forever. YouTube has these sorts of spikes in interest that I feel, I don't know if this can be proven by statistics, but for example, let's say 2012, 2013, gaming was the big thing, and pretty much all years before that, but that's kind of died down. And then vlogs sort of took action, just sort of sitting in front of the camera like this is, and then tech videos, and maybe even a little bit of daily vlogging like Casey Neistat. But I think tech is pretty much the big thing right now, and it's what I enjoy doing. And for as long as I enjoy doing tech videos, I'm going to be sticking to that. But obviously you can't make content on what you don't enjoy, and gradually YouTube viewers will just stop being interested in this kind of thing, and that's when I think I might jump ship over to something else. It's really hard to say what. I'm just going to keep on doing this for as long as I enjoy it. So I get this question a lot, and I think I've addressed it 1 or 2 times, but how to get verified on YouTube? It's not possible anymore unless you have over 100,000 subscribers. If you're curious, the way I got verified was through my network. They submitted me for verification, and I was in what's called a managed CMS. If you don't know what that is, you probably don't need to know. But yeah, that's basically how I got verified. I don't think it's possible anymore. You need to have over 100,000 subscribers. So next up, from 2 people, pretty much the same questions. Got big plans for 2017, and what are your 2017 predictions for the channel? Now, I don't like to do things like this where I sort of have plans for the year and also predictions and New Year's resolutions and things like that. In terms of predictions, I don't have any, because last year I predicted 50,000 and then 5,000, and I only hit 4,000 subscribers, so obviously that was quite inaccurate, and I did set the bar really high, which you know I gotta give myself that. It was kind of unrealistic to think of it that way, but you know, if you set high goals and then you reach them, yeah, all that stuff. As for plans, I don't really have anything. I just want to be able to pass my GCSEs and get into the 6th form that I want to go to, which actually isn't the 6th form that I want to go to, but we don't need to talk about that. And yeah, pretty much just grow the channel. That's what I'm into. As I said, I'm looking to get back into the networking industry. I'm already in it, but not really doing much. If that can happen, obviously that's a very, very big plan. But yeah, we'll just see how that goes. And now from Bleach again, he's a school friend of mine. When are you going to do more giveaways? So last year I did quite a few giveaways, and they went well. My channel grew a lot, but the problem with giveaways is that you gain a lot of inactive subs that don't care about your content. And the problem with that is you would have something like, well, in my case I had something like 3,000 subscribers and only 100 views per video, which is really bad, and it's because of those inactive subscribers, so I'm leaning away from them. But the next giveaway I'm going to be doing is actually coming very soon. It's with the WASD keyboard, which is behind me. It's a mechanical keyboard. I'm going to be giving that away with Tobias Darburg and a couple other friends of mine, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It's going to go live in a video. I might mention it at the end of a video or in a separate video. That's definitely coming soon. So yeah, I want to do more collabs, but I just want to make sure it's not going to do harm to my channel, because obviously it's really demotivating just seeing the sub counter decrease every day instead of increasing, which it's been doing for a long time now. I think the last time I saw it decrease in one day was probably March, but it felt pretty bad. And lastly, for this whole Q&A thing, Craftco asks, I see that you review mostly phones. Would you like to expand into internal PC hardware, CPU, PSU, and all that stuff? So, power supplies, just to touch on that, no, I'm not going to review power supplies. They're not really interesting, and I don't think many people care. As for GPUs and CPUs and things like that, obviously there's a lot more consumer interest there. I want to do it, but the problem with that is obviously phones are quite easy to get your hands on, but in terms of PC components, they cost a lot, and I just... You know, with a mobile phone, at least you have something spare that you can buy, and then you don't kind of feel like an idiot for having. But with PC components, there isn't that aspect of it. You just spend the money and then you stop using it completely. Which is why I haven't been able to get any of those in. If I can get review units, obviously I'd jump right on that. And PC build videos, I love doing those. It's like kind of making Lego structures and things like that, which I always found fun. So yeah, PC build videos definitely. I'm thinking of making a video on sort of just explaining Kaby Lake and things like that. That would be the type of thing I do, but I can't imagine myself doing many reviews on sort of internal components and things like that. Now, I also want to touch on something else, and this might not interest many of you guys, but hear me out here. It's actually really important, I think, anyway. What I did was I picked up this, just making sure it's upright, yeah. So this is a huge camera, not a camera, a huge calendar, and essentially it assumes that you live to 90, and it starts at the age of 0. So down here would be 90, and this shows your entire life in weeks. So you might be a little bit confused as to what this means, but essentially the idea of this is you're able to look at your life in weeks, assuming you live to 90. We're able to achieve a lot. You just need to be able to believe that you can actually get there. If you don't work hard, then you're never really gonna get anything. It's like the rule, ask and you shall receive, basically. If you don't ask for something, how can you get it? And I think the same applies here. So you're able to see all of your weeks of your life, and it just shows you how much time has gone by, how much time you've got left. I'm going to link an article down below. I don't want to talk about this because I feel like I won't do justice to the whole topic, but read the article. It might just change your life like it did for me. Look, the deal with reaching your goals and fulfilling your dreams and things like that, people always think, okay, I'll start when there's a better time, when I don't have that going on in my life, or when this stops happening. Look, the deal with this is there's never going to be a good time to start chasing your dreams. There isn't. So if you can get past that, you'll realize that you have to start now, and you should have started years ago, basically. So start today. It's really never too late, but time is ticking. Keep that in mind. Anyway guys, I'm going to end this video on that note. I want you to check out that article if you stuck around this long. It really is something quite interesting. That's going to go up on my wall sometime soon when I can find some space. But other than that, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. I doubt any of you are new around here. And yeah, I'm out. Peace. So guys, before I end this video, I want to talk a little bit about Newton Mail, and this is actually a really cool email client which I personally use all the time. One of my favorite features about this is that it actually tells you if someone has read an email that you send out. So if you're like me, you're always sending out emails and replying to them and things like that. You want to know when people read them, and this app tells you exactly that. Definitely check them out. This service costs almost nothing over the entire year, and for what it offers, I think it's a complete lifesaver.